Okay. This will end in 45 minutes. Please relog with the same link. So that gave birth to marketing concept. So marketing concept is totally different. Now all these concepts started with the starting point was factory. But here the starting point was the target market. Who is your target market? Where they are living? What is their age and all that? So when I run a case study, you guys will definitely understand. So don't worry about it. Focus is on the consumer needs. Means integrated marketing. So HR has to chip in, factory has to chip in, production has to come in. So everyone has to work towards satisfying the customer. That were the end. So profit through customer satisfaction. So this is why I told you at the beginning, the CIM definition. Marketing is a management process responsible for identifying, anticipating, satisfying customer requirements profitably with a socially acceptable manner. So that was the meaning of marketing orientation. Then it crossed to another concept called the customer concept. Starting point, individual customer, focus on customer needs and values, means one-to-one marketing integration and value chain, ends profit growth through capturing customer share, loyalty, and lifetime value. So this is where we are quite few years ago, but then came the evolution of digital marketing. Basically, we are now crossing into a great landscape called metaverse. Elon Musk is planning to have a brain chip where Jeff Bezos and Sir Richard Branson went to the universe and came back. They went on a rocket and came back. So we are seeing a lot of huge development happening in the digital age. We see the first AI TV presenter was invented in India. Just a couple of days ago, they launched it. So we don't need Chaturas and Dilkas anymore in Dherana TV. We can have an AI-driven lady who can read news with the help of ChatGPT or Google Bard. So we are talking about a massive development in the digital age. So you guys have to know that the high demand jobs in time to come, right, will be, of course, targeting the digital age, right? So don't be a bookworm. Please refer to ChatGPTs, Google Bard, and try to be AI experts. See, the futuristic jobs will be trainers. Then we have electronic engineers. We have data analysts. Then we have data security. We have nurses, digital content creators, software developers, physiotherapists are the top 9 jobs in the world. And we have risk managers, organizational developers, business administrators, project managers, digital marketing, event planners, big data analysis, and data scientists are the top 17 jobs in the world that is going to come in the future. So you can see, if you encapsulated everything, it's about digital era that we are talking about, or digital marketing. Actually, there's nothing called digital marketing. The marketing framework remains the same and you operate in the digital space. But you need to know, as engineers going to be, you need to know the framework of marketing for you to focus on high paid jobs in the world. That is, after 2025. Yeah, I wrote an article. It's on Daily FT. You can go to, you can type in Google Hashan Haputantri Daily FT. You can see ROTM and marketing in 2030. I was talking about robos coming in, and I wrote this a couple of years ago, and now it's happening. Right? So we need to know what is digital marketing is all about, and also the online marketing or digital marketing. What are the means and the functions of it. So you have digital goals, you have digital audience, digital devices, digital platforms, media, digital data, digital technology. So likewise, you need to master this. So I'm advising all of you guys, dearly advising, please take a crash course on digital, a diploma in digital marketing. You have Slim, AppyDM. Then take a short course on finance, take a crash course on consumer behavior, or do a diploma in psychology. That will be added qualifications for you all. So you know what marketing is going to be, and it's going to be a very interesting topic. Also, the world will head towards market orientation. It's not going to be factory centered anymore. So there are two concepts, selling and marketing. Sales starts from the factory and marketing starts from the market, and profits through customer satisfaction. Sales always goes on profit through sales volume. So sales is also part of marketing, because we have a P to manage, that is called place in the marketing mix. So this is quite fascinating. The new concepts called societal marketing concepts. And then we need to know what is segmentation, targeting, positioning, that's coming up. Then we have the 7 P's of marketing. Just for academic sake, is being defined as a product has 4 P's, service has 7 P's. But like I explained many times in my lectures, a marketing head should manage all the 7 P's. In material, it's whether it's a service or a product. And when it comes to a product, there are a few levels of product that a person should manage, and even engineers get into this, so that the product will be channeled through properly. So likewise, these will be taught to you all, so don't worry about it. I'm just making you informed that there is product life cycle, where a product goes through an introduction, growth phase, then matured, and then decline. So before it decline, you have to relaunch. As the same, there is another curve called diffusion curve, where it has a correlation to sales product life cycle. That also will be taught to you all. And there are strategy maps. We have BCG matrix. Then you have the Ansoff matrix, where you can use it for business purposes, right? And then you have integrated marketing communication tools that will be taught to you in a communication lecture. Right, so with that introduction, I'm moving to the second lecture that I was supposed to do, which we missed quite a lot. Let me go to my second lecture. Give me a minute. That was supposed to be on the 27th March. Yeah. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so let me elaborate more on the dimensions of marketing for you all. Right, here we go. What is market orientation? Market orientation is a market concept wherein the company focuses on identifying the customer needs and preference, and accordingly design and sell products, services based on those needs and preference, with the primary objective to earn profit. So now, by now, you know what is this market orientation is all about. Now, if you look at Sunsilk, or let's take a product that I'm familiar with, right? If you take Melbourne biscuits, which is very close to you all, Marie biscuits are there, chocolate biscuits are there, bran crackers are there, cream crackers are there. Can anyone tell me why we have so much of biscuits? Why we have so much of, now you all would have seen in TV last week, they're advertising on Crisco. They are advertising on savory section. Why so much of biscuits? Can anyone tell me? Can we have a quick review on why we have so much of biscuits, in one portfolio? Can anyone tell me why we have so much of biscuits? What's the reason? Can anyone tell me quickly? Just give me an idea. If you look at Malibans, they have probably about 30 to 40 SKUs in the sense products. Why they have so many biscuits? What's the reason? Can anyone tell me? Any idea?
There's a wide range of customers with different likings.
Yes, Navis. Now tell me, Golmari is for whom?
Uh,
What's your favorite biscuit,
middle
by
age,
the way? What's your favorite biscuit?
chocolate Mari. I think
Okay.
chocolate Mari.
Okay. Why you eat chocolate, Mari?
I like chocolates, I guess.
Okay. So why you like chocolates? You're an adult.
Sweet. I like sweet food and
Exactly. Exactly. So you maybe you're not the target audience of the chocolate, Mari, but there's a kid in you that triggers your need, right? And you get attracted to chocolate. You get attracted to sweets. So you have different reasons. Yeah. You're right. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? I saw a chat coming in. Yeah, Janit. Podi badiginnata another for poddo nama deyak karai. Yeah. So why is that? Why we have so much of biscuits? It's like Nafi said, it differs from one person to the other. And if you don't know their needs, by now, Maliban would have mapped the next need of the kids, right? Then kal lamai mari samarala mari kanne mane. They are into junk food because their lifestyles are different from ours and yours. My lifestyle is different to yours. But if I don't if I don't analyze them, I will miss the target audience, right? Now, that is why we have a thing called uh, market orientation. Without market orientation, you can't make products. So, three things: customer orientation. The strategy is based on the demand and requirement of the customer, and advise that the enterprise shall, to be profitable, turn their focus on customer preferences. The enterprise that follow the strategy deploy their resources to fulfill consumer needs or customer needs. On the other hand, realize the competition. Strategy also has to realize that there is a vital to, that is vital to identify competition, right? Without identifying competition, you can't make marketing plans. On the other hand, product development. Now, I was heading new product development team. Both of my tenures at Malibans, that is 2003 to 6 and 9 to 12. And when I was abroad, I was heading new product development. Now, new product development is for cater to new needs, right? Janit, right? Janit asked the question, how can we modify a need? That is to anticipation, identification, right? The kids' needs are different to when you're a kid. So then we need to develop products. Now, as a result, now, for example, when I was around, Smart Cream Cracker was my creation. The brand, the design, the product, the campaign, everything was designed by me. Why? Because I want to be outsmart the competition. The competition is Super Cream Cracker. So I said, no, youth is smarter than what they are projecting. Absolutely true. If you look at Aragale, the youth was absolutely smart. But why they missed the target? Because there was no objective for Aragale. But if you go to that Aragale, what you call Golf's Green, my goodness, the creations. It was awesome. The musicians to drawings to what they were wearing, the whole campaign. But there was no objective, so that's a different reason. But the youth is absolutely powerful. They are innovative. Look at yourselves, right? I mean, the dress codes that you guys wearing are amazing, beautiful, right? Nafis, you wear a cap, right? Are you wearing a head cap? Am I right? Someone wearing a head cap to the class, right? I mean, our days, there was no one who's into fashion like that. But if you look at now, the beards, the styles of beards, are beautiful, right? So likewise, are you guys with me? You can hear me properly?
Yes.
Okay. So likewise, if you go to number 4, functional coordination in an enterprise that follows strategy, the different functional departments tend to coordinate with each other for excellent quality of goods and services. Now, in other orientations, they work the way they wanted. But when you come to marketing orientation, there has to be a functional coordination. Now, if there is no coordination between departments, then the whole organization fails. You have to work hand in hand. Marketing has to work with finance, marketing has to work with sales, sales has to work with production, production has to work with marketing. So there has to be an integration. Then it's going to be beautiful operation where we cater to consumer needs and wants. So these are dimensions of marketing. Now see from how the evolution of iPhones, it has come a long way. By 2020 they launched the 12 Pro. Why is that? Because they kept on innovating. Look at the years 2007, 8, 9, 10. Every year there's a new phone comes in, new features comes in, right? Just imagine how their objectives are going to be, or their objectives are in Apple Incorporated. Every year, and certain years they have launched 3 models at once. So because they are expanding, consumer needs changing at a lot. Now you're dealing with a consumer who's mostly onto social media. So market orientation versus product orientation. Market orientation is a strategy that focuses on customer preference and requirements. It suggests that the company should focus on its design and sale of products based on requirements and demands of the customer to be profitable. On the other hand, the product orientation strategy focuses on improving the quality of the regular made product. It does not associate itself with the customer's requirement instead of focusing on how it can improve the product. So this is where the Maliban was in 2003. When I went in, they make all sorts of product. So then I asked from the chairman, is this what the consumer want? For example, there was a biscuit called banana biscuit, right? So I asked, why are you making a banana biscuit? No, we have the best banana flavor. Fine, is the consumer wants it. මොකද කෙසල් ගෙඩි තියෙනවා ලංකාවේ ඕන තැන. ඒතර banana එක හරියයිද? දැන් කොකෝ ගෙඩි නෑනේ. කොකෝව ගහෙන් කඩාගෙන කන්න බෑනේ ලංකාවේ. So we have huge demand for chocolates. But banana is available. They tried it, they launched it, and it failed. So I have to have patience and convert organizations into market orientation. Even now, I'm converting 2 organizations to be consumer oriented. Very difficult. I have to have patience to do that because they are product oriented, they are production oriented. They want wholesale markets. They sell goods in wholesale, and very difficult for them to switch to market orientation. So, guys, remember that once you convert a company from product orientation or production to marketing, it automatically falls in line because they have a super manufacturing capability. So it's easy to turn around, right? Companies that follows market orientation enjoys various benefits. Increase in the overall revenue because you target different segments, like what you guys said just now. Different customers want different products. Market share is increasing. Customer remains associated with the company. It helps in product innovation as updated products attract customers. It brings good reputation for the company as the customer feels happy with its products and services. So absolutely, we focus more on the consumer gives advantage. So what are the disadvantages? Customer keep changing. It calls continuous change by the company in its product and services. A large portion of the company's budget is spent on research work, which is true. In the dynamic market conditions, it is difficult to predict what the future could be concerning customer preferences, and thus it requires a lot of planning. So these are challenges that the marketers face. So what is demand management? So you guys have to know a little bit of demand management. So see, demand is a desire, willingness, and capability of a consumer to purchase a specific product Okay, guys, this meeting will end in 10 minutes and you have to relog. So demand is a desire, willingness, and capability of consumer to purchase a specific product for a particular price over a given period of time. Now, as marketers, we need to manage the demand and the supply. Right? හිටපු ගමන් demand එක වැඩි වෙනවා. Customers ලා ඉල්ලන්න ගන්නවා. දැන් අපි හිතමුකෝ සමහර products තියෙනවා demand එක වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි demand එක ඇති කරන්න ඕනේ. Product like brand crackers. Brand crackers are specially a biscuit that ideal for the guys who wants to lose weight, guys who are doing gym works, who's doing what do you call dieting, right? And it's good for diabetic patients. So ඒකේ demand එක වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැහැ, but we need to create that demand. So I'll show you in a case study in the future how we did it. So demand management is a technique producers use to forecast and plan how to satisfy customers' demand for various goods or services. So it's very simple. Demand management characterizes anticipating what consumers may need and preparing adequately to satisfy their desires. So I'm working with this company as a strategist, which I'm trying to convert the entire organization into a digital orientation. So I was showing them how Gen Alpha and Beta will behave. So that's a kind of demand that we have to have. That's the kind of demand focus we have to have. So we need to identify what is coming, anticipate what is coming in the future, and then we need to ready for it. So that's basically managing of demand. So what is this law of demand? A fundamental principle of economics that states that at a higher price, consumer will demand a lower quantity of good, right? That is where basically law of demand. When you raise, you can see how the petrol decreased the consumption. The government, when they increase, right, they will go for a low quantity. So in economics, they'll teaching you the law of demand through various graphs, which is the supply curves, the demand curves being drawn to show when the quantity, when the price increase, the quantity becomes less. When the price decreases, the quantity demand will go more. Right. So as marketers, we need to go through. අපි තීරණය කරන්න ඕනේ මේ මාකට්ස් වල demand එක වැඩි කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. Right. So ඒක price එකෙන්ම කරන්න ඕනෙත් නැහැ, but වෙන වෙන ක්‍රම තියෙනවා කරන්න. Demand management is a planning methodology. Companies used it to forecast and plan how to meet demands for service and products. So it's very simple. So ගොඩක් එක ගැන හිතන්න එපා. When I do a case study, you'll get to know. Okay, these are certain terminology that comes in marketing. Forecasting. This involves predicting market potential by analyzing customer demand, financial capability, and previous purchase habits. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට බලන්න පුළුවන් අවුරුද්දට කලින් මාසයකට කලින් if you all step into Colombo City Center or OGF, right? When you hang around, just see how many people come and eat in the food court. Just sit and watch what kind of people eating, right? That will give you the income spent in the country, right? එතකොට ගොඩක් business වැහුවා OGF එකේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් කොළඹ සිටි සෙන්ටර් එකේ ගොඩක් business වලට පාඩුයි. මොකද ගණන් වැඩි. ඒතකොට මිනිස්සු එන්නේ නැහැ. ඒතකොට demand එක අඩු වෙනවා, right? So financial capability was hurt because of the economic issue. So there are external environmental factors bothering them. So then the forecasting has to change. So what is planning? Demand managers prepare to meet the customer demand for various products and services through communication with consumers to determine what they want. Now, Unilever has demand planners. Their total job is to plan the demand. So they talk to consumers, they go through various analysis, and they move into planning the next demand. And it's a very strenuous job. I know a couple of them I have worked with. They're demand planners. So there are job opportunities, guys, right? Okay, the process of demand management. So first it starts with the demand planning. The first step in the process of demand planning, it enables the organization to analyze customer needs and requirements to forecast resources. Then communicating the demand. The demand management process also includes demand communication. It enables the organization management to implement qualitative methods to forecast demand and communicate it to the relevant stakeholders. That's what we do. When it comes to October month, we will have the demand meeting. So the factory, HR, sales, procurement, everyone gets together to do the annual plan or the demand forecast. So by November end, what happens is we go out, we go to Nuvarelia or somewhere, we spend about a week to focus, and we switch off our mobile phones, no connection to family. We focus on demand, we focus on research, what we did. So before that, we do a demand research on consumer platforms, and then we'll develop series of demand forecasts for all the products that is there in the portfolio, and then it being signed off, right? And then it will be taken into procurement. And once it gone to the supply chain, procurement, they will order raw materials as per the demand forecast we made. And then influencing the demand. Business must influence the demand during the demand management process. It is an essential part of supply chain management. The key focus here is to retain the consumer or the customer, ensure excellent supply relationships, and enhance services. So then once it goes to supply chain, they will speak to their demand planners, and they will make sure that the demand planners talk to their suppliers, negotiate prices, forecast prices, price agreements. There's a lot of stuff going in. That's called influencing the demand. So once you plug in these things, say I speak to an Indonesian supplier who's going to send various formulas, and I say, look, lock the price on dollar rate because we have a dollar crisis. We speak to banks, and then we will plug in the demand calculations and we'll set the demand for the next 6 months, basically forecasting and rolling the forecasting. Then demand prioritization. Guys who have joined now, please, we have 2 minutes to go, and please relog with using the same link so that I can continue. So demand prioritization, the final step of demand management is management process is demand prioritization. Organizations must identify and prioritize projects that relate to the demand. Now, for example, wrapping papers. Then we packet එක ඔතලා එන box එක, right? කඩේට එන්නේ පෙට්ටියක් ඇතුලේ. ඒක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා මාරි packets. ඒ වගේ packaging has to be into the demand forecast. එතකොට packaging කොච්චරක් ඕනද? relaunches එනවා නම් packaging වෙනස් වෙනවා. එහෙනම් ඒකට කොච්චරක් ඕනද? එහෙනම් අපි customers ලා කීයක් target කරනවද? එහෙනම් ඒ volume එක කීයද? All has to be plugged and prioritized. Then you have a very smooth year ahead because your demand forecasts are done, right? Okay, let's go to some global marketing trends. You can read this article. This is Deloitte Insights. If you go and read the global marketing trends for 2023, it will give you a lot of influences from geopolitical conflicts and economic instability on the ongoing threats related to climate change. As CMOs are facing no shortage of external challenges. However, we believe that they are likely well positioned to create new levels of organization growth amid such uncertainties. For our 2023 global marketing trend report, we use executive surveys and conversations conducted in June 2022 with the brand leaders to discern how they are managing the simulation growth in the coming years. So guys, just read and see this. And that covers your second evolution of marketing philosophies. Okay, so we have less than 1 minute. This will end, and please rejoin. So let's wait till this end and then rejoin. So we have less than 1 minute to go. So you guys rejoin. I'll take about a minute or two so that I can store the recording in a particular folder, and then I'll return, right? So we have less than 1 minute. Yep, stop this share, and we'll wait till this ends.